All right, so let's say that I wanted to access services or daemons running on this machine from the host operating system. For example, in this machine, I have a web server and an SSH server running. So in order to access those services from the host operating system, I need to use port forwarding. So in order to configure port forwarding, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to open the terminal inside my virtual machine, and I need to find the IP address of my virtual machine. So I'm going to say IPA, and this is the IP address, 10.0.2.15. So now I'm going to invoke the menu by doing Control Home. On the machine, I'm going to click on Settings, and here I'm going to click on Network and expand on Advanced. Notice that the machine is attached to the NAT network. This is different from a NAT network. And then I'm going to click on Port Forwarding. Here I'm going to click on the plus sign, and I'm going to add a rule. This rule, I'm going to name it Web. The protocol is going to be TCP. The host IP address is going to be 127.0.0.1. The guest IP address is going to be 10.0.2.15. The destination port is going to be 80. And the guest port, you can leave it as 80, but I'm going to set it to 8080. So there's no conflict. And I'm going to add another rule. This rule, I'm going to name it SSH. Again, 127.0.0.1. And local port is going to be 2222. Guest IP address 10.0.2.15. And the port is 22. All right. So once I finish adding those two rules, I'm going to click OK and OK. Okay, so now I'm going to head back into my host operating system, and if I open the browser and I type localhost 8080, I should be able to get a web page from the virtual machine. All right. So the other way that we are going to connect is using SSH. In order to do that, I'm going to open PowerShell. So I'm going to press on the window key and type PowerShell. Press enter. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to type SSH -P 2222, and then it's going to be my username at localhost. Remember, we need to establish a connection with our own host, and then it's going to be forwarded to the virtual machine. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to accept the certificate. I'm going to press enter and enter the password. So now if I do IPA, notice that this is the IP address of my virtual machine. And if I do host name, I'm connected to Ubuntu bbox 1.